Ahead on Daytime Buffalo, we're giving the aging members of our community advice on how they can live fuller lives in their future. And later, an aesthetic practice in Buffalo can help you maintain a youthful glow with all of the services they have to offer. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. For this week's Purposeful Living segment, I'm joined now by the creator of Purposeful Living, Phil Pullman, and Roxanne Sorensen from our sponsors at Elder Care Solutions with some life-saving advice. Welcome, you two. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
You know, Roxanne is really pretty special to our community because she's the owner of Elder Care Solutions, and she's also a proud sponsor of Purposefully Living. Elder Care Solutions is a management care team that deals with social workers, medical professionals, and they implement advocacy process for older adults. And she also works in collaboration with like financial planners, elder care, elder law, discharge planners, home care, benefit insurance. So today's topic is falls. So this is what data shows. 1 out of every 4 adults over the age of 65 actually report a fall. 37% of them need medical treatment. And 41,000 Americans over the age of 65 actually die from falls. Do you know anybody that actually has fallen?
I do, unfortunately. My grandmother, you guys know her well, I talk about her all the time, Patricia Glover, recently fell. Thank goodness she's okay. But that was a wake-up call for me and my family of making sure, you know, she's going to be okay. So let's talk a little bit, Roxanne, about how common this is for people, you know, our senior community.
It's a daily occurrence. It happens every minute of the day because we're just living our lives. We're not thinking about those next steps. Something as simple as an area rug is a trip hazard in your home. So when an occupational therapist or physical therapist come into your home when they're doing PT and OT, they'll look at every area like we'll do, and the rugs are a big barrier. Double-sided taping them down can be the difference between staying in your home or maybe winding up in the hospital with an injury. Water is your biggest source of falls. So your bathrooms and your kitchens. You know, you're not thinking about that little spill on the floor could cause such a major issue, but it really can. Just not paying attention. A little pet, a big dog. Those are big barriers. My own dog, I trip over them all the time.
Oh, me too.
And you know, now think about it. You just had a knee replacement. You're walking a little bit slower than you used to, and now your dog is around or your cat, and now you could easily fall. So there's a lot of barriers inside and outside of our homes and in the community. Going to the grocery store, there could be a hole in the pavement. You're just not paying attention. They're all over the place.
And winter is coming, right? So how can our viewers prepare themselves for falls inside or outside? That is like kind of the scariest time to have a fall.
I think one of the biggest gifts we can give our loved ones, pay for a snowplow guy. You know, let them do the snow plowing, pay for the extra to shovel the walkways, because we'll pay for the driveways, right? But we don't do the stairs and the walkways. Pay for that. That's the best gift you can give your loved one. Your mom or dad should not be outside shoveling or snow blowing.
No.
That's the first piece.
And if they are, I mean, you can get stair treads.
Absolutely.
So they're a little sticky. And then also shovels. Shovels are sometimes really, really heavy.
Right.
So
Proper footwear. If you're not wearing the proper footwear, you're going to easily slip and fall, especially outside. How many times do we all go out to our cars or out of our house and we're like, oh, you don't know the black ice is there?
How many times do you go out of the house and you don't have a jacket on?
Absolutely, it could make the difference. I agree with you. But interior, look around, look at the layout of your loved one's homes. Sometimes it's having too much furniture. You know, they're bumping into things. It's the rugs, it's the bathroom little pieces that you put in front of your shower, you know, because you've got to get out and dry off. Those are all hazards. You know, look at what's in your own home. Lighting, add proper lighting. If you're someone that has to get up in the middle of the night, put lighting in your hallway so that that person can see where they're going. That is one of the simplest solutions.
So we talked a lot about preventing falls, but let's talk about steps to take if a fall does occur. And I talked to you guys, especially after I was scared about my grandma, about what your thoughts are on Life Alert.
Life Alert is my best friend. to be honest. I was telling Phil earlier that my grandmother went to the hospital 6 times before she would allow me to get her life alert. She was stubborn. It was her pride that stopped her. She didn't want to wear something that someone else may know. Oh, I'm older now. I have this device I have to wear. Well, now with the Apple Watches and the different devices, they're stylish. And some of them are still old looking. Like if they could bling them up a little, I think some people would would want to wear them.
Yeah,
but
we'll put some
truthfully,
bedazzles on there.
we should just put a little bling. But even if you have them, you have to wear them.
Yes.
It does not help if they're across the room or they're stuck
fall.
to your bed or on your walker that's across the house. It has to be on you. It's meant for you to wear 24/7, in the shower, in bed. Yes, you may turn it on every once in a while by accident, by bumping into it, but it's rare. I mean, it really does save people's lives. I had a client who had fallen in the bathtub and she hit her head and she was in that bathtub for 3 days. She passed away. And she didn't have the foresight to turn the water on to keep hydrated till someone could find her. She didn't have a life alert.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're on the floor for 1 to 3 hours, your circulation starts to slow down.
Right.
You start having muscle pressure issues. 6 to 12 hours, you start to break down. You're dehydrated. You go into renal failure, kidney failure. 12 to 24 hours, you're at risk of infection, sepsis, shock increases. And after 24 hours, you get multi-organ failure that leads to death.
Right.
People do die from falls.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an uncommon occurrence. And as a child, I'll pay for it. Let me pay for it, because sometimes it's the economics of it. They may not have the money. They may not want to pay for it. So as a gift, pay for it every month. It's $25 a month, up to maybe $35, $40 a month. I think we pay more for going out to a steak dinner sometimes,
Right.
right? Well, this is going to save your parents' life. Pay for it.
That's
and
right.
that
Or
can make
change
the
the
difference.
direction, or
Change the direction. I see so many people who fall, and it could have been where we could have just kept them home with maybe a few services. Now they're in a nursing home the rest of their lives
Right.
because of that simple fall.
Well, you guys have given us great tips today. Viewers, we don't want to scare you. We just want to make sure you are as safe as possible, and so are your loved ones. So if you'd like to learn more ways that our sponsors can help you through the next phase of your life, just visit eldercarewny.com. Thank you both so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.